It's culture and marketing, which leads me to Nikki Haley. I'm going to play her announcement, 3 minutes. And in the 3 minutes, there are pictures, images. So those of you who are listening to it on the radio, you can't see that while she's talking, she puts the 1619 Project up as an image. There are protesters, from the George Floyd summer. And then there's a placard that says racism is the pandemic. There's an image of AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, as a subliminal message. There's no image of January 6th at all. And then she has the audacity to pimp off of the massacre at Charleston, where those 9 beautiful souls were gunned down in a fit of rage of white terrorism. She put herself in the center as somebody that supplied healing when she had to be literally forced into taking a Confederate flag down. I know that personally. She is a dumpster fire of a human being, but she's extremely dangerous because she understands how to gaslight in a way that I'm actually pretty impressed. So take a listen.
The railroad tracks divided the town by race. I was the proud daughter of Indian immigrants. Not black, not white. I was different. But my mom would always say, your job is not to focus on the differences, but the similarities. And my parents reminded me and my siblings every day how blessed we were to live in America. Some look at our past as evidence that America's founding principles are bad. They say the promise of freedom is just made up. Some think our ideas are not just wrong, but racist and evil. Nothing could be further from the truth. I have seen evil. In China, they commit genocide. In Iran, they murder their own people for challenging the government. And when a woman tells you about watching soldiers throw her baby into a fire, it puts things in perspective. Even on our worst day, we are blessed to live in America. I was born and raised in South Carolina, so I have seen the very best of our country. People here threw out the old, tired political establishment and demanded accountability for their tax dollars. Industry reports called us the beast of the Southeast, which I love. People came by the thousands for fresh starts. Moms and dads held their heads up high. Children learned that it was always a great day in South Carolina. It's a great day. It's a great day. A great day. A great day in South Carolina. We were strong. We were proud. And when evil did come,
police in South Carolina are looking for a gunman following a shooting at a church.
Several victims. We don't know the severity.
We turned away from fear toward God and the values that still make our country the freest and greatest in the world. We must turn in that direction again. Republicans have lost the popular vote in 7 out of the last 8 presidential elections. That has to change. Joe Biden's record is abysmal, but that shouldn't come as a surprise. The Washington establishment has failed us over and over and over again. It's time for a new generation of leadership to rediscover fiscal responsibility, secure our border, and strengthen our country, our pride, and our purpose. Some people look at America and see vulnerability. The socialist left sees an opportunity to rewrite history. China and Russia are on the march. They all think we can be bullied, kicked around. You should know this about me. I don't put up with bullies. And when you kick back, it hurts them more if you're wearing heels. I'm Nikki Haley, and I'm running for president.
Woo! 866-801-8255. Pan Keith, you hear that, and you say she didn't have a snowball's chance in hell.
Not a micron. So the thing that Nikki doesn't understand is that no matter how much she says she's against woke, she embodies woke because she is a woman of color who thinks she should be president of the United States. And the people who resent that concept will resent her just like they resent the rest of us, and she gonna learn that.
No. So here's what I see. And someone said, don't speak it into existence. And I'm like, I cannot, I'm going to tell you what I see, because this is, you got to call a thing a thing. You got to name the demons, you got to call, hey, Mephistopheles, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You have to call the demons what they are. This woman is a supreme gaslighter who has figured out production wise. This is, who is the marketer for Hitler? You would think this. No, not gold. No, it was a woman that was a filmmaker.
Eva Braun?
No, that was his girlfriend.
I forgot. I know who you're talking about.
All right, y'all know who I'm talking about. Right? I don't speak German that well, or remember people's names. Okay, Smith just typed it to me. All right, let me look. Yes, Leni Riefenstahl. This is on that level. Right. And if you don't understand, because if you look at a Hitler who is a short, not at all Aryan, not 6 feet tall, not blonde hair, blue eyed, not attractive, none of the qualities of superiority, was able to galvanize a group of people around an ideal that he himself didn't possess. That's who Nikki Haley is. All right. Yeah. So yes, you can say all of that if you want to, but logic doesn't enter into the equation when you're dealing with power, with this power structure. And here's what they're going to do. Just like they brought Sarah Palin's raggedy ass out to run on John McCain's ticket to kind of thwart Obama, they're using actually the Obama playbook of hope. There's hope and promise and optimism and American exceptionalism. And now we got the boogeyman of China and Russia, and they're coming to get us. Russia and China, not the Mexicans that Trump was talking about, but Russia and China, which we could all kind of like, yes. And here's the other thing that she has going for her. She's absolving the racists. You're not racist. This is the best country in the world. This is not, this is the promise of America. I'm not black or white. See, so all those people, because Obama got elected twice by a lot of folk who today voted for Trump, right? We've seen that. Yes, there are a lot of people that voted for Trump that also voted for Obama. You can scrunch up your face, but I've seen the numbers, right? And so in their minds, they have reconciled with that, right? There's something really screwy. You're thinking that, the card carrying racist. No, it's the well-meaning, I voted for an Indian woman. I'm not a racist. Yeah, I voted for it. I'm not, they don't want to be racist. They don't want to be labeled racist.
I understand that. But Karen, there are a couple of things that I think about this. First of all, her biggest problem is not that she's Indian, it's that she's a woman, right? And I understand there's an intersectionality about that for me personally in politics. For you. For having been a woman candidate, right? She does not have the dynamism, right? The own the stage-ism of a Marjorie Taylor Greene, right?
No, that works in her favor. You're not seeing this. I've been right before. I'm right about this. Y'all don't listen. I'm ringing the bell right now because you ignore her at your peril. Okay, you diminish her at your peril. The fact that she's not Marjorie Taylor Greene works in her favor because she's going to get those motherfreakers that are, I'm not racist, but I'm going to vote for this woman. I'm not a sexist. Those people stormed the Capitol.
Yeah,
the majority of the 78 million that voted for Trump, the 53% of those white women that voted for Trump are going to vote for her. And she's going to get some of those so-called liberal-minded people as well. I hear what you're saying, but all right, go ahead. You're missing it.
I understand the field. Your field is Trump, DeSantis, Pompeo, Pence, Scott, Haley, right? And possibly
Scott's running. Did he put his hat in the ring?
Tim Scott, not Rick Scott, Tim Scott, the black.
Is he running?
My understanding is that he's opened a campaign committee, so that's a sign that he's running, right? And so it's early still, but I think you can expect a Rick Scott or somebody like that to jump in, or even somebody like a Chris Christie. There are a whole lot of people competing for that quote unquote mythological reasonable Republican, and I don't buy in a thick primary, which I think it will be. I don't buy that Nikki Haley has true grassroots, energized, organized support. And that's what it takes in primaries. In primaries, especially competitive primaries, you got to have true believers. Nikki does not generate true believers. Trump does. DeSantis certainly does to a certain extent. I don't see Nikki Haley dogged people out there, even if there's a quiet, middle, sort of reasonable Republican kind of thing out there, that's not what drives Republican primaries, and it's not what drives Republican money raising, and it's not what drives Republican organizing. It's not. Those regular mom and pops who voted Obama and Trump or show up at the polls are not the ones who show up in the organizing meetings 2 years ahead of time. So you may be right. She may skyrocket in popularity and launch and raise like $16 million the first day she announces or something, but we'll know within a week or two whether that's actually true. I don't think it will be. All right. And I'm talking about it from the perspective of a candidate that's been inside the mechanisms of fundraising and endorsements and all of that other game. I don't see anybody coming in to endorse Nikki Haley at the risk of pissing off Donald Trump or
she already got Donald Trump because he's not really trying to run again. He's probably going to go to jail, number one. He knows this, right? So this right now for him, running is fundraising. Stop playing. He really didn't want to be president the first time. He don't want to be president again. I promise you. He's running to fundraise, number one. Number two, I sit here every day for 3 hours. I know people. I've been a journalist I know people. And what I know about people is that they do have the ability to shift how they think about a thing. You're going based on history. I'm going based on where we are right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, this woman with this ad that she put out is going to get a lot of people. She's going to get a lot of people who don't think that they're racist. And she happily let them off the hook because all of this, the 1619 Project and all of this trying to make me feel guilty. No worries. Don't feel guilty. The brown woman told me I don't have to feel guilty. I like her. And she's a woman. I'm not a sexist. I like that. And she's not rah-rah. She's not Marjorie Taylor Greene or Trump. I like that too, because even some of the heads of the Republican Party, they don't want Trump, right? Pence don't have it. They want to hang his ass, right? And Tim Scott. So it could be two South Carolinas. And if I'm looking at the exit voting for both of them, Tim Scott got 1.24 million when he last ran. She got 1.246 million. She had more numbers as governor than he had for his Senate race. More people voted for her. Don't sleep on her. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people in one state.